Are you ready for another round of reaction for The Batman's third test screening? Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. It's no secret I absolutely adore Matt Reeves' The Batman trailer. It was awesome. I think this is going to be a kick-ass movie. But recently we had 2 test screenings and audiences absolutely loved it. Probably The Batman's most darkest take, brutal, horror elements, noir elements. It's awesome. But now it looks like Matt Reeves' The Batman got a 3rd test screening just last night. This is from DC World Telugu. Apparently, The Batman had another test screening, and the reactions have been super good, praising Robert Pattinson's performance. As stated, movie is around 2 hours and 50 minutes long and is very violent and serious with some interesting teases. Riddler's character is a standout, it seems. Now, I remember recently we heard that actually it was supposed to have been 3 hours and then they cut it down a little bit. Well, I'm kind of happy they didn't cut it down that much. 2 hours and 50 minutes, 2 hours and 45 minutes is what I've been hearing, so that's fantastic. And it's a good way to balance out all those characters. I mean, you got the Batman, you got Commissioner Gordon, you got Catwoman, Riddler, Penguin, and possibly more. Is Warner Brothers interfering? This is what Viewer Anon says. I don't get the sense Warner Brothers is interfering much. 3 different versions of the film have tested. They've all been roughly the same length, and the differences come down to a scene here or there. And it's something that we've heard before. David F. Sandberg, the director of Shazam, said they've tested so many different versions of his movie, and they came down to the one that he wanted to show. And this is pretty normal in terms of Hollywood. They tend to do that. Now, I've been hearing about the noir, the horror, all these different elements, the drama. But what about the action? And you can see from the trailer, the action is brutal, and he can really fight in this one. Like, way better action than Bale.
I came back to stop you.
I want to know more about these scenes. This is coming from a Jep Arts. On fight scenes, I hear Batman is able to be brutal without killing anyone specifically. I'm told that while they love the warehouse scene a lot, they preferred the action bit here. I guess a way to give people an idea on the action. No hate towards BVS. Oh, he's comparing it to the warehouse scene in BVS, which is ultimately the best Batman fight scene ever. Now that is a bar that's going to be really hard to reach. They make it pretty clear how brutal he is, but how clear he does not kill and hates guns. He has a line with Gordon, no guns, and Gordon apparently says, I know that's your rule, but that's not mine. And maybe this is for those Batman fans that can't take Batman brutally killing anybody. Yeah, people died in the BVS warehouse fight scene, but that was still brutal. And you gotta remember, that's a Batman that's like 40 to 50 years old. Robert Pattinson's Batman's in the 20s and 30s. Of course, he's not going to be killing at this time. But even if we heard all this great stuff about the Batman so far, apparently there is something negative about the test screening. This is from Casey Walsh. The only gripe I heard was a messy 3rd act, which is exactly what these screenings are here to fix. Other than that, it's focused, had the best Batman moments ever, and no killing. After hearing everything about the Batman, I don't think I could be more excited. It sounds like the Batman movie I've always wanted. Beware of spoilers. Viewer Anon had something else to add to that messy 3rd act. I can see where they're coming from in that it's not a standard 3-act structure building to a big final confrontation. Think closer to The Dark Knight. That movie doesn't climax with a fight with the Joker. So I guess it's maybe one of those movies where it kind of crescendos high up and it just like, done. That's it. There is no ending big fight. I mean, I feel like it's more of a noir drama anyway, so I don't really have a problem with that. Not every superhero movie needs to end with this gigantic big fight. I know most does, but I feel like the Batman is more like a detective noir tale anyway, with some action beats. But again, there is going to be some kind of spoiler here, maybe, unless you've been following my channel so far, but be warned, this could be spoilers. Now, what was before speculation and just having fun with rumors may actually turn out to be true in the case of the actor Barry Keoghan. Viewer Anon said this, Psst, Barry Keoghan wasn't in the last 2 test screenings of the Batman, but he was in there tonight. And there is a gif of the Joker. So that pretty much just says it right there. Barry Keoghan is actually Joker in the Batman. Daniel RPK confirmed this. Heard the same. So not only did they have all those villains in the movie, they threw in Joker too? Wow, that's quite amazing. Or at least maybe the origin or start of the Joker. I found it interesting that Casey Walsh said this. It sounds like to me the GCP show may actually be telling the origin story of a particular villain through the eyes of the police. Otherwise, future films will have some explaining to do. Now, I'm not sure if he's actually talking about Joker here, but I feel like he is, only because it's such a big deal, and he's kind of introduced or peppered into this movie, I'm not quite sure. But if they were able to take out Barry Keoghan from other test screenings and put it in the third screening, that means he's not in there that much. Which means that this third screening actually has more hints about the future films after the first Batman. Viewer Nod said this: I need to go to bed. My impression based on tweaks in the latest cut is that Warner Brothers is trying to find the best balance between teasing a sequel and making the Batman feel complete on its own. And that's always the hard thing about these giant comic book franchises. There's always hope and speculation about what's to come next, but they're really trying to make the perfect one single movie, yet still teasing future films. And I think that's why Barry Keoghan as a Joker was finally introduced in the third test screening, because that's where they want to see, is it possible or plausible to insert these little threads for sequel opportunities for the Batman. But I think they've got something incredible here with Matt Reeves the Batman that I think they should be pretty confident that they can add more to this franchise. So this own independent, self-contained Batverse, if you will, with these TV series spin-offs coming up and sequel movies coming up, this is shaping out to be a pretty epic, large universe. So I don't know, what do you think about Matt Reeves the Batman? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Comment down below.